Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm John Miglosh for the Wisconsin DMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing. Let's get over to the news. And the NRF, the National Retail Federation, is virtual, which, isn't that much fun, but that's the way it is. And just a sampling from some of the 100 presentations, 20,000 attendees online. I found this down here. What do you know? ELF Beauty expands lasting customer loyalty with Salesforce and Google, but also, they said, we want our lifecycle campaigns to encompass all marketing channels with our customer all marketing channels our customers interact with, including paid search, paid social, push notifications, and even offline channels like direct mail. Amazing. Does that mean they understand it all? I doubt it. But at least they're giving it a go, and at least it's getting mentioned in Retail Touchpoints. Okay, Future of Catalog by Stephen Lett. I thought this was a really excellent article. I was a little nervous because I thought it was Future of Catalog, digital marketing. Like the future of catalog is to shut down your catalog, which I have heard, my friend Bill and some others at catalog conferences basically say, if you're going to be successful, shut down your catalog. And J. Jill and Nordstrom's and Talbot's and many, many others have done the same thing, right? Shut it down and let's see what happens. So anyway, that's not where this goes. So I'm very delighted to feature Stephen Lett on this thing. He's a real expert, knows what he's talking about. But several of our clients cut circulation early in 2020, right? Mine called up and said, that's it for us. Well, one did, one didn't. One made tons of money. Everything was up. Anyway, it was logical action, to discontinue contracts and do all the rest of it. But it was the wrong thing to do, says Steve. Okay, the wrong thing to do. Why is that? Oh, this is great. Revenues increased unexpectedly and remain strong today. Trips to retail stores reduced by at least half, and consumers went online to order gifts, apparel, home furnishings, food, and other products. Amen. Okay, COVID changed the way we shop. The pandemic sped up the convenience of shopping from home. Okay, now the question is it going to be permanent, right? Well, 25,000 stores could close, according to Core Site Research. Now, I looked that up because, big numbers sound big, but there's about 150,000 retail stores in America, so this is only about 16%, right? So, I mean, it's something, but it's not like every store is closing. That's not what I think happened, and I think Steve touches on this. What happened was the shopping experience changed, okay? It caused the shopping experience to change from in-store to online. And what do I mean by that? Well, I remember the first time I ordered from Amazon. I got emails along the way, and it was fantastic. I thought, whoa, I can tell what's going on. I remember the first time I ordered from Land's End. Well, maybe not the first time, but I remember one of the early times, basically in college, in the 70s, right? And it was magical. It's like a faith experience. You place an order out of the catalog. In this case, in those days, you called up. Might not have even been a toll-free number. And you talk to somebody, and they tell you what they think, and you get it in the mail a couple of weeks later, like 6 weeks later. You've forgotten about it, and here comes a package. You think, oh, it's like Christmas. And that was transformative. Actually, it goes further back than that. We were a catalog family. Our driveway was a half a mile. The mailbox was a half a mile from our house. And long gravel road. And so it was a major event when mail came. And I remember the Sunset House. I remember the plastic drink globes. You put them in your freezer, and they would chill your drink without diluting it. That's for real serious drinkers. I remember my dad ordered that. And, we were always looking through the Sunset House and the Sears catalog and the Penny's catalog, and we grew up that way. We weren't going to take a trip to the city. That took us like an hour to get to the nearest real shopping. And so we Nowadays, the shopping is like walking distance from that same spot. But this was before the interstate. So anyway, I grew up this way. I grew up living by faith in the delivery of USPS and catalog companies. And for most Americans, though, they don't really have that much experience. Maybe they got started with Amazon, etc. But when the catalogs come now, they're like, what's this? We can order, and I have to say, this is the golden age. I've been saying this for a couple of years now, that this should be the golden age, because back in the 80s when I started doing, working for direct mail companies, only about half of America had credit cards. So, you might as well not even mail those. In fact, if someone hadn't already tried mail, it was really pretty counterproductive to try and mail somebody. Because, they didn't even look at it. They didn't know how to order. They didn't know what it was about. And I can tell you, northern Wisconsin, it's still about 60%. Only 60% have credit cards, because I did work for a cell phone company up there. And it was quite shocking. It was a couple of years ago, but not many. 4, 3, something like that. Anyway, so not everybody has credit cards, but you know what? Most people do now. Most people are at least used to shopping remote with some kind of PayPal to their bank account or something. You don't really have to have a credit card anymore. Really fantastic. So that means that everyone is a prospect. That means that mail has dramatically exploded its potential. But the best part is, now I bought some highlighters, okay? Some highlighters for the office. I'm in an office. People think I'm at home. No, I'm not. I'm in a real office. I bought some highlighters. I bought some of these red pens. I bought some Pilot Geo or G2s or something. And, I used to go to the office supply store on a regular basis. Now, here's the G2, I think. Pilot G2. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I used to go to the office supply store. I just run over there at lunch or something. Why? I go on eBay, boom, boom, boom. Takes 3 clicks. People say, well, why didn't you use Amazon? I don't use Amazon because I don't think they support the catalogers very well, to be honest. I think maybe you should find an alternative, if only for backup. And the funny thing is, a lot of the stuff comes delivered by Amazon. So they take the order from eBay and send it to their fulfillment by Amazon, and it comes that way. And it comes the next day or something. It's fantastic. So anyway, it's just so much faster. I can place an order. Yeah, it takes a day or 2, or maybe 3 or 5, or maybe, if it's international, it could take weeks. It's not something I need. It's not like I don't have a pen here or a highlighter. I'm just running low. And so there's no urgency. And so it's just way, way faster. And I never thought it would be as convenient as it is. I always thought it would be always easier for the merchants to take a big truck and dump it at the store than it would be to figure out a way to deliver it. But it has been figured out. And there's a route, and that's the way it is. So it's not life and death to get it delivered anymore, okay? Now, here's the best part. We're saving the best. Okay, for some mailers, orders and revenue increased almost 100% over 2019. That was the case with one of my best clients, okay? But here's the interesting part. It says, it's interesting to note that while orders and revenue increased significantly, the percentage of orders coming from the catalog channel, and we can really easily identify that, right? If you're not biased toward digital, if you don't just take the word of some digital analytics company like Google that tracks the cookies, if instead you look at who actually got mailed, and you can do a holdout test and not mail some of them and see what happens. And what happens is they go down dramatically when you stop the catalog. Don't do it to everybody like Talbot's. Just do it to some, okay? And see what happens. You can measure that really well in mail order. That's one of the benefits of mail order. But the percentage of catalog channel also increased year over year. Also, print catalog revenue increased. Right, what's going on? Well, it's the best way to compete with Amazon for one thing, right? People are starting to figure out Amazon is not the quality leader. Amazon will put anybody in their warehouse pretty much, even if they don't really exist. We found that out with some legal cases, one in Pennsylvania, right? So you're not necessarily getting the best quality at Amazon. The reviews are fake, a lot, right? A catalog actually shows people that you mean business, that you've been in business, that you're serious about business. It's next to a retail store, which in a funny way is much less real because you're renting space, right? I went by the hobby store, the craft store yesterday or Sunday, and it was gone. There was no sign, no nothing. It's just gone, And somebody else will move in, and boom, there'll be the retail store. And people have this theory or thinking that a retail store is like real because it's brick and mortar. Yeah, but the retailer doesn't own the brick and mortar. That's the mall or the whoever built it. So, but a catalog, some merchant paid for that to get printed, and it wasn't just one piece. I get a little annoyed sometimes with this idea that personalization is everything. Sometimes a really nice catalog is fun. I don't know all of what I might want or need. I like the adventure of that, right? And I set them aside till I have time to look at them. And man, some of it's great, and it's been tested and honed over time. So you're actually saying to a person, I'm real, more clearly with a catalog mailed to their house than you are with a retail store. I can tell you that. Or in a different way, at least. Isn't that interesting? And 80% of your competition is never going to do it. And that's something, too. And there's nobody competing with you in that mailbox, where there is at the mall or the strip center or whatever it is. Okay, so the catalog industry, unlike my friend Bill has been saying literally for decades, is not dead. People like catalogs. People like paper. And you can order just as easy as on Amazon. Credit card online, okay? So will this happen? Will this, what happened, stick? Is it permanent? Working from home can be extremely productive. Right. I don't. But I could. This is the small office, let's say. Yep, and I'm 5 minutes away. More free time. You can take up new activities. There were 27, I thought this was a great statistic, Steve. 27 million more rounds of golf played in June and July and August last year than the same 3 months in 2019. As always, I should have looked it up, but I would like to know what the percentage of increase was because that's the way I think. But anyway, if you're not doing mail, you're an idiot. That's what I got to say. Like and share. Your friends will know you're smart. Have a great day. I'm John Minglash. Bye-bye.